Coverdale in North Yorkshire is a beautiful place to live. It's rich in quality of life, but technologically poor. There is no mobile phone signal. This is one of those not spots you hear about. And broadband is frustratingly slow. When I ask Sarah Close, who lives in a farmhouse in the Dale, how fast the download speed is, she just laughs. It's infuriating. We pay the same amount as people in the cities, and we get an absolutely terrible service. We live in a beautiful place, but it's very difficult to work in that beautiful place, says the housing development officer who has a 2-hour commute to work more often than necessary because of the slow connection. Superfast broadband does currently come tantalizingly close to the 200 or so homes here. If you live in nearby Middleham or Leyburn, you can get good speeds, but heading up Coverdale it vanishes along with the mobile phone signal. It's not just an isolated black hole for mobiles. You can drive more than 12 miles without a signal. It's not just an isolated black hole for mobiles. You can drive more than 12 miles without a signal. If there's an emergency or you break down, you have to bang on someone's door or find an old-fashioned phone box. Lot of complaints. The biggest tourist attraction in the Dale is Forbidden Corner, a labyrinth of tunnels, chambers and follies which is hugely popular. It's also a wedding venue and has a smart restaurant called the Saddle Room. But there is no mobile signal, to the despair of Leo Morris, one of its directors. We have a lot of complaints from customers. Probably the biggest reaction is a walkout. Somebody booked a cottage for the weekend and wanted to do some work as well as calling loved ones. But they just couldn't do it, so they just threw the keys back on the desk and left. Leo has to drive to the top of a nearby hill to make a mobile call or get a text message. It's a cold and bleak spot in winter. The problem is I might do this 4 or 5 times a day, and especially now, with the new security codes sent by text from banks, it's becoming a lot more often. The 21st century is on its way, though. A 5G mast, which will revolutionize communications, has been put up just outside the village of West Grafton. Part of a government-funded scheme to help isolated rural communities, it will provide wireless broadband to those who want it, and, because it's 5G, it will be fast. Residents will be given all the equipment they need to have a receiver at home. They can also ask for a MiFi device, which they can wirelessly tether to their mobiles so they can make calls over the internet outdoors. For farmer Tim Brown, it's a game changer. He says the area is 30 years behind everywhere else, but that 5G will make his business safer.